2020, man, what a different animal that one was.
Australia's relentless firefight turns tragic.
The wildfires raging throughout the state.
On this Thursday night, China's expanding coronavirus crisis.
3 women became involved in a toilet paper tussle.
Schools are closed, big events canceled.
Unemployment claims skyrocketing, with 6.6 million people filing in the last week alone.
Largest school district in America, New York City, now shutting down. The states of California, Ohio, and Illinois announcing they're closing down all bars.
Demonstrations over the death of George Floyd spread across 6 continents over the weekend.
The death of Ahmaud Arbery, the police shooting of Breonna Taylor.
In Boston, businesses damaged and fires set as protesters clash with police. In Philadelphia, where stores were ransacked and police officers hit with bricks.
But it's definitely been a 2020 kind of a hurricane season.
The tension of a contested election has been building for days.
Whether we can trust that all the votes are being counted.
Coming out of Croatia, which has just been hit by a strong 6.4 magnitude earthquake.
To Nashville, a search for a motive in that Christmas morning bombing there.
Yeah, so 2020 was quite the year, and this year ended off on the cliffhanger to a horror story, not really knowing what to expect for 2021. Is next year going to get better, or is it going to get worse? I really don't know. But what I do know is that Christ is still king, and no matter what happens next year, all of us that are Christians are called to be light in the darkness. So no matter what happens with our jobs and the economy, no matter what happens with our government, no matter what happens in our culture, those of us that are Christians are called to be light no matter how dark that the world gets. In 2020, with so much chaos and confusion and hurt going around and so much intensity with these politics and that sort of thing, a lot of us have missed opportunities to radically love our neighbors and to show that love of Christ that we have. Now, I know that political issues have put a really bad taste in people's mouths this year, but we still need to remember that Christ said that his kingdom is not of this world. So at the end of the day, we need to remember to keep our eyes fixed on him and the gospel message and think what we can do to help people come to know him and help people know him more this year than ever before. Now, I understand because of how stressful even the media has made so many discussions and how social media is designed to stop conversations, making us more frustrated at each other. But in 2021, I hope that we can make an intentional decision to show radical love to not just the people that we agree with, but also our enemies. So in 2021, we prepare for whatever is going to be coming next by getting so grounded into God's word that it becomes natural for us to start thinking in those ways. The same way that you know your spouse so well that you probably know what they would say in some situations is the same way that you want to try to be familiar with God's word as well. So that way you know what Jesus would say in so many different situations. So that's what we need to focus on this year. So meme team, let's welcome 2021. You guys ready?
Then let's go!